I was going to ask you all what it is. I hope while I'm here someone will explain this to me. Why you can say certain words on British television, quite a lot of them, that you would never hear on American television. In fact,
is it because there's no we don't have sponsors?
Well, we were talking during the break that maybe because people cannot intimidate sponsors or something like that.
Yeah,
but
and sponsors
it's on your government television that you see nude ladies and gentlemen.
Everything, all the words, everything.
And America thinks of this country as extremely reserved in maybe in that area more so than we are.
Yeah, I don't understand it at all because I have a friend Peter Bull who knows a lot about teddy bears, and he was on American television, I think the Johnny Carson show, and got beeped for saying, I always like to be with my teddy, it keeps my pecker up. Well, if I'm beeped on that, I mean, that's ridiculous, isn't it? Isn't it ridiculous? Beep.
Well, was she beeped, folks? Let us know.
Your friend, Mr. Bull.
Yeah, that's a British expression, which means keep your courage up and refers to the chin, actually.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I have no idea. No, it does, and I don't know why you Americans are laughing.
Exactly.
So, but there are all sorts of things like that. The other night, Robert Morley, I said you made some uncomplimentary remarks about American bums one time, meaning tramps, mendicants, people on the street who asked for money. And the British members of the audience found that hilariously funny because I'd forgotten that refers to part of the human body.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
The upper half. The upper half of the human body.
It does?
Yeah.
Well, now you've confused me even further.
A kind of pet name for the shoulder blades.
Oh, now, you're just trying to get me in trouble now. I can
I'm trying to help you out of it.
Trevor, have you ever been censored on American television that you know of?
No.
Are you
only
about
a
to be?
few years ago, talking about that particular part of the body, one could, one would have to say bottom, and yet in the dictionary there is a very wholesome word called which can be perfectly well used today, but one had to say bottom. But that's a few years ago.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that. In fact, what's wrong with a sort of nickname like Bum? What's the matter with it? It's a rather nice name. Cozy.
Has a nice friendly sound to it. Yeah.
There's a confusion with the word fag too, isn't there, in America? You hear a fag is a cigarette, you know.
Yes.
Pass me a fag and they go berserk, don't they?
Yeah. Well, what is it in America?
You asking me?
Well, I don't associate with people who use bad language, so
No,
I
would
haven't the
I?
slightest.
I wouldn't know. Pass me a cigarette.
Yeah,
I don't smoke, but...
And here you pass one a
Well,
fag.
you might say, may I have a fag? Do you have a fag, Trevor?
Are you implying that in our country a fag passes you? Is that what you're
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
But you said you
I
didn't
don't smoke. Oh, it's okay.
Were you born during the war?
Yes.
Can you remember bombs falling?
No, because I was born in 1943 and
Can you remember
in
bombs
45.
falling?
No, I don't remember.
1945,
I don't remember.
so you don't
43 I was
remember
born and 45 it ended,
so
so I don't remember. I remember rationing though, sweet rationing. Yeah.
You're just a baby.
I am.
And
really.
I read an article one time that said that as a kid, you were in a wheelchair, and I never saw any other reference to that anywhere else.
So
What was that
untrue.
about?
Now this is another thing, you see, it's like fags and bums and things like that. I said to the person researching this article that I was in a pushchair because I didn't know that the American word is a stroller. And they thought a pushchair was a wheelchair.
I never heard of a stroller either. I'm not American, or that isn't a...
Come on. What you pushed kids about in, you know?
Oh, I thought you meant it. Oh,
you know,
yes, a stroller.
A stroller.
Yeah, right, yeah.
What do you
You're
call
right.
it?
No, I was thinking...
I said it in a pushchair.
I was thinking you
see.
thought a wheelchair was called a stroller. No, it's the wheelchair that he thought you said.
He thought I sat in a wheelchair, and he summed up this lovely picture of me lying in, you know...
Yeah, I thought you had probably been in, some sort of maybe premature baby or something like that.
No, I was sort of a large, anemic, tall child, and I was very anemic, and I outgrew all my strength. So I could do a fantastic 1-second sprint and then come in last.
Did that warp you in any way? Or...
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
Oh, completely. I'm a very, very warped person.
Well, could you show us some of your warps?
I wouldn't dare.
I mean, you almost have. That's not terribly so. Say,
Don't look at my legs like that.
I gotta ask you something when we come back. I won't tell you what it is right now because you're not gonna like it. We'll return after this message from our local stations. Talking with Patrick Campbell, Trevor Howard, and Lynn Redgrave. Now, before I bring out Christopher Plummer, there's a thing you did on my show one time that was maddening. It was a song you did, and it went through my head for at least a year after that. The song, I could not get it out of my head. And 4 or 5 people, Jack Parr, called and he said, if you ever see her again, tell her that song went through his head every day for a year.
Really?
And more people's heads were occupied by your song than
Isn't that nice?
It was John.
It was John, yes.
And now, about 6 months ago, it went out of my head, and I cannot remember the melody at all. Can you
You're not
remind me of
asking
it?
me to say
Oh, I
it,
wouldn't ask you to sing it, no.
Because they did ask me to do it properly, but I couldn't rehearse, you see. I thought, I can't come on and make a complete mess of this, can I?
They asked you to do it.
Yes. But I couldn't. But
I
what
wouldn't
do you want me
cook.
to do?
If you could just do the melody of it so I could get it back in my head. That was one of the happiest years of my life, having that song in my head. Do you remember it?
John.
Yeah, just the
Such
melody.
an ordinary name, yet the moment that you came into my life, I've never been the same.
No, that's not it. I guess it was something else.
It was Sound of Music,
No,
right?
just- can you just-
hills are alive.
I'm not coaxing you to sing it. No, but can you just tinkle it on the piano and let just go
No.
up? No, I won't. You don't have to sing it. I just wanted to see if it is the one now.
John. Such an ordinary name, yet the moment that you came into my life, I've done it too high, I'll never be the same. John. Can't do it anymore because it's too high. He got it.
That's it.
You got a
That was
different
it?
head, perhaps.
I can't think of anything else now.
It was the hills are alive with the
No,
Sound of
no,
Music.
that was from something else.
You sure?